Why do we suffer at the hands of these politicians? Don't you know politicians work for you?
Hey!
You're the boss. You hire them and you fire them. Look at their campaign. You know what they do? They audition.
Yeah!
When you put them on the job, if they're not doing the job, then you fire them. Because you're in control. From the city to the...
Welcome back, Talk Lakewood fans. You're back here with Jerry Williams again, and we got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. We got like the pandemic, the protests, the lawsuit, emails, all kind of stuff going on tonight. And you've been fed so much of this over the last couple of weeks till you're probably stuffed with it. But we're going to try to give you some stuff that you haven't seen. Okay? We're going to talk about also the lawsuit that we have. We talk about that every time we do a show. Now the first thing we need to do is stay focused. We got to stay focused because what you got to do, get out there and vote November 3rd. You got to get out there and vote. Stay focused as to what you got to do. One of the things that the Republicans do is they try to suppress the vote. Really, especially African American people, they try to suppress our vote. When they do that, now, the way they do that, this is the tactic. What they do is they tell you that, I know you don't love me, but you know what, that other guy, they're all the same. So, I wouldn't vote for nobody. I wouldn't vote for none of them. And that's how they put us to sleep. By us not voting for any of them, they are screwing us to death like they do in the rest of those deplorables that follow Donald Trump. Most of the things that's going on now, I'm loving it because Donald Trump is getting the butt kicked. I mean, even the Supreme Court is flipping him up and down. So we got to just do this. Stay focused on what we have to do. I know what's going on as far as the pandemic is concerned. I know what's going on as far as the murders by these cops are going on. Well, just go ahead and protest. Do what you do, but stay focused. Stay focused. Okay? Now Trump and his gang, his gangbangers, Barr and all these guys, they're being exposed now. I'm loving it. I am loving it. So many things are coming out that it's not even funny. You know what's happened with this guy John Bolton. A lot of people say, well, he should have came out during the impeachment hearings, and why hasn't he done? I can't stand John Bolton. First of all, keep this in mind. But why hasn't he come out? Why did he come out during the impeachment? I'm glad he didn't. I'm glad he didn't, because his story would have got buried with the rest of it. Because the Republicans, they weren't going to impeach the guy. But by him coming out now, right before the election, and just kicking this boy's ass, I'm loving it. This is the way it should be. I'm glad he waited. I'm glad. I don't care how much money he makes off the book. He ain't gonna make none off me, but I don't care how much he make off that book. I'm glad he waited until now, because if he hadn't waited until now, it would have got buried. Now people see just what we were talking about. This man was crazy when he went in there. He's even crazier now. All your generals are saying the same thing. So we don't whine about what should have happened, what should have been. Let's get him now. Get him out of office, put him in jail. Put him in jail, okay? One thing I did, I looked I check all the news around the world. I was looking at German newspaper, and they said that the greatest threat at world peace is Donald Trump. They listed a lot of people. I want you to take a look at this clip here. They say that, and they're not lying. We know it. They say the greatest threat to world peace and humanity, Donald Trump. I mean, not because he's Hitler, but because he's so damn stupid. What's his name? Bolton has come out and said exactly what I said. People keep saying, Donald Trump, and he's doing this, Donald Trump is stupid. He was following orders from people like Steve Miller and some of these old so-called white supremacists. No such thing as white supremacists. They're some murdering dogs is what they are. But he was following all that stuff. He don't know if he's going or coming. Donald Trump is stupid. He is stupid, always have been stupid. And he knew that he could get these people that to follow him that are stupid. So this is why he do what he do. Okay? Let me say this. Let me try to stay with the pandemic for a second. Pandemic, you know how it came out when New York had all these deaths and all this stuff going on, and these clowns in the South, in the red states, laughing at New York. Well, it's only affecting the Negroes and the niggers and the browns. It's affecting everybody now, right? See, this virus it's not racist. It'll eat anything in front of it. Now look at what's happening. Illinois, their stuff is down. New York, stuff is down. Everybody that adhered to what the scientists said, stuff is down, right? Guess where it's spiking at? All your red states are spiking. I'm not happy to say that. I don't want to see that happen. If it was just those governors living down there, I would say yes, get them. But no, because I got family there. I got family in Mississippi. I got family in Florida. I got family everywhere. So I don't want to see that happen. But that's what's happening now. It's your red states. It's these clowns that's telling people, no, you don't need a mask. Don't put on a mask. Why not? Well, because Trump said don't. Well, Trump is a damn fool. Are you a fool too? Yes, they are. So, anyway, so here's what I want to get to. The protest that we had. I am so happy to see that happening. I really am. Because I have been saying, I've been making this statement for years. Anybody that watched my show, I told people, I said they've been murdering our people. They're doing it like we are dogs. I said that as soon as people see the videos, you're going to see what I'm talking about. You can go back and look at my show from 2012, 13, and you see I was talking about that. They murdered the kid, Laquan McDonald. I mean, that's just one out of all the people that they murdered. The young man in New York, Abdullah, I forget his name. They murdered him, shot him 41 times. I mean, they choked Eric Gardner to death. These are just the ones that we saw. The clown in Atlanta. Now, you know all about George Floyd. You saw that. Then we turn around a week later and see the same stuff happen in Atlanta. When they murdered this young man, the dog, and I call him a dog, he's less than a human, murdered him, ran behind him, shoot him in the back. When he got up on him, then he started kicking the man while he was dead, you bastard, you. And I understand the other guy was standing on his shoulder. Those are cowards, folks. These are cowards. And they talk about, we don't want to talk about the bad, we got a lot of great amount of good cops and just a few bad. Well, if you sit your ass there and watch somebody do that, you're just as bad as they are. If you take your butt out there and say, oh, well, we're going to not work because you want to put this man in jail for murder. You watching this bastard murder somebody and you say, unless you let us murder you, we're not going to go to work. Am I right? What people don't seem to understand is this. We pay you to serve and protect us. We pay policemen to serve and protect us. People forget that. These clowns forget it. If you can't serve and protect us and get the hell out of Dodge, we'll hire people that will. You don't tell us what to do. We tell you. We also hire the judges. We got to understand that, get these people out of office. You got to understand what your powers are. We don't have to beg these people. We don't have to say, please come to work, because damn, if you don't come to work, fire their ass. Don't tell me about the police union. I was the president of a union. Very powerful union. I know all about union. And I say, fire their ass. Now here's a clip with this guy in Chicago, head of the Fraternal Order Police. They don't really have a union. They have a gang, Fraternal Order Police. And he's saying that, well, you know, well, if we don't, they don't let us do what we want to do, then we just might not work. Take a look at this clip and you'll see what I'm talking about.
The head of the Fraternal Order of Police said they were not invited to be a part of the working group, adding officers are getting fed up with the growing anti-police sentiment.
I almost would caution any member to do not pursue anybody. You're basically risking your job, your livelihood, and your freedom.
I'm back now. The angry black man in me came out. The black man is always there, but the anger came out. And you're going to see that a lot, but that's okay. It's time to be angry. I'm going to show you a couple of films that I want you to take a look at. And I want y'all to take a look at this because it's important. And look, you see me talking all the time on my show. You do the same thing. Go out and talk. This is what makes it happen when we start to communicate with each other. You do it. Tell your cousin to do it. Get out there and do it. And then go vote. Go vote. We get them. I'm going to let you look at this clip that happened in Atlanta right quick. Take a look.
All right, just take a deep breath in, put your mouth over the mouthpiece, blow as hard as you can until I tell you to stop. Blow, 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 stop. Very good.
I just had a few drinks, that's it.
How many?
1.5. Like I said, I was into the second cup. I wasn't even, I told her, babe, let's go, because I'm hungry.
What kind of drinks did you have?
I'm not sure. It's something she ordered. She said top shelf or whatever.
Top shelf what?
I'm not sure. It was, like I said, it was her birthday, and it was my daughter's birthday intent to, you know, have a good time. And I said, babe, you know, I'm hungry. Let's go. My baby's mom, she was there. I said, babe, go ahead. I'm cool. You know, here's the money for the blow-up bed tomorrow. Here's the money for, you know, to enjoy herself tomorrow. Just, you know, give me a burger or something.
Right.
Just take me home. I'm ready to go.
So you had about 1.5 drinks, but you don't remember what kind of drinks they were?
No, sir.
All right.
I really don't, Mr. Ross.
All right, I think you've had too much to drink to be driving, so put your hands behind your back for me. Here, put your hands behind your back. Hey, stop! Stop fighting! Stop fighting! Stop fighting! You're gonna get tased! You're gonna get tased! You're gonna get tased! Stop!
Come on, man.
Stop! You're gonna get tased!
Mr. Ross.
Hey, hands off the fucking taser!
Stop!
Hands off
fighting.
the taser!
Stop fighting!
Hands off the taser! Stop fighting! You got the fucking taser! Oh! 63!
You see the dog shoot him in the back and then went kicked him and did all, you know, kicked the man while he was dying. What kind of animal do that? And this guy was already in trouble for, he had shot a kid before and didn't even list on his report that he had shot the person, the black kid. This is the kind of stuff we're dealing with. Now, people say, well, you know, they shouldn't resist arrest, and everything will be fine, and they wouldn't get shot. I'm going to show you somebody else resisting arrest. And just look how this white woman is stopped. And look what she does to the police. Take a look at this clip.
It begins with a routine traffic stop, but things start to escalate when the 65-year-old granny at the wheel won't sign the $80 ticket for having a broken taillight.
You don't want to sign it?
No, because I don't think that I deserve to pay $80 for something that is fixable and I can fix it.
All right.
That's all you
Go
want
ahead,
to do.
step out of the car.
Why?
Because you're under arrest. Step
No,
out.
I'm not.
Step out of the vehicle.
No, I'm not.
Step out.
No.
The granny rolls up the window, then cracks it.
You be fair with me and I'll be fair with you.
Step out.
No.
You're under arrest.
No, I'm not.
The tension rises.
You are full of because you're not placing me under no damn arrest.
She relents, but it's too late.
Shut up and give me that and I'll sign it.
Step out.
No.
We're beyond that.
The woman takes off. So the cop jumps into his cruiser and chases her.
Get out of the car!
When he catches up to her, he approaches with his gun drawn. Then things turn really ugly.
Put your hands behind your back.
Leave me alone!
The officer tries in vain to get handcuffs on the granny. Cops say she tried to kick the officer, who then tasers her.
Put your hands behind your back!
Eventually, the officer succeeds in cuffing her.
You hurt?
Yeah, I'm hurt.
What hurts?
Everything. You did not have to taser me.
You wouldn't comply. You wouldn't get out. And then you tried to kick me. So,
Why?
yes, I did.
Yeah, I tried to kick you because I'm a country girl.
You see what I mean? This woman should have been, if you're going to shoot anybody, she should have been the one you shot. But shouldn't even shoot her. But look what the difference between what happened with her and the young man in Atlanta. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Now, we're going to give you something on a little bit lighter note. That's how I'm going to show you a few clips. And the third one I want to show you is, we learn this stuff from when we were born. That the police don't mean us any good. I want you to take a look at this little girl driving her little car, and the policeman come up behind her. Watch what she does. Take a look at this.
How you doing? My name's Officer Norman.
Get out! Go!
You see that, baby? She knew. She said, hell, I'm getting the hell out of here. This cop comes. I'm gone. And you know, he's chasing her. She finna turn that corner of the gangway. I'm gone, man. But yeah, I'm laughing, but it's, you know, in a way it's not funny, because first thing she thought, oh Lord, I gotta go. Because her mom and daddy told her, you know, you're afraid of the cops. It shouldn't be that way. It don't have to be that way. And until we step up and do the things we need to do, they're going to continue to do it. So what you got to do, vote, get the right people in there. You see what happens when you get the people in there. You see, like the kid in Alabama, I think his name was Aubrey, when they murdered him, it was like 3-4 months before anybody did anything. Okay? But when they murdered George Floyd, it was like that. And then when they murdered the kid in Atlanta, it's like that. You know why? Because you guys are stepping up. And I'm so proud of that, because we did the same thing when we were your age. And we got big changes. And now it's your turn. You guys are stepping up, especially you millennials. You're stepping up and you're doing the things. I'm proud of you because you're not afraid. And not just black. I'm talking about black, white, all over the world. You're stepping up. You're not letting people know, no, this ain't going to happen. Love it. I love what you're doing. Keep doing it. Keep doing it, okay? I want y'all to keep doing it. Now, I want to jump to another subject, and that is the CTA workers. You know, I got a call. As a matter of fact, I got an email from a young lady and a young man. Both of them had the same email. They asked me, what is CTA doing as far as sanitizing their trains and stuff? And I said, well, what do you mean? The guy's name was Sammy. And they want to know why, you know, the people. First of all, let me say this: you got 7 people in CTA that passed away, and maybe more now, but 7 people in CTA that passed away with that coronavirus. These are the frontline people, and they said, "What are they doing?" And I told them, I said, "I tell you what we're going to do. Get me the information," and they did. They got me the information on how they're cleaning the trains. We found out they weren't even cleaning the trains and the buses. They weren't even cleaning them. So I told them, okay, I tell you what, go to CTA and talk to them about it. Talk to your union guys about it. If they don't do anything, let me know. Well, they went and talked to their people. Nothing was done. I said, okay. And I showed them how to get results. And they did it. You saw it on television. And, you know, you got them stepping. You lit a fire, showed them how to light a fire on the CTA people. And they start stepping it up. Now they're talking about how they're going to clean. You should have been doing that. But I'm not your representative anymore. But I couldn't stand that because I got family and friends that work at CTA. And I don't want anything to happen to them. But anyway, they're in the process of now cleaning those trains like they're supposed to. And, you know, it's going to be harrowing. It's going to be rough. But I want you all to stay safe. You know, wear your mask. Don't let nobody fool you. Understand that outside you're much better off than you are if you're crowded inside, even with masks. Okay? Remember that. It's your health. You got one life. You're smart. You're intelligent. You're not like those clowns that follow the Agent Orange guy. You're smart people. Do what you have to do to be safe. Okay? One of the things that I always talk about is the lawsuit. And people ask me, you know, what's happening with the lawsuit? Talk with the attorneys. You know that they had the courts closed down until May 30th. And now they're starting to issue out court dates. And they moved ours to July 8th. July 8th. And what we're doing, so people understand this, we're fighting for the class action suit. I filed the lawsuit. You know, CTA says that we don't have a right to file a class action. They say Jerry can file for himself, but he can't file for the rest of the people. No, I filed for everybody that retired from the CTA. That's bus operators, that's train operators, that's management people, anybody that worked for CTA that's under that plan. I filed a lawsuit for them because you have a right to take that to court, and they had no business taking that money from you. What I'm saying to you, hang in there. It's been a long time. Stay there. People that passed away, we're still fighting to make sure that their family receive their benefits should we win the lawsuit. Don't think for 1 minute that this lawsuit is going to go away. No. Our attorneys has put in over $1 million, close to $2 million into this. They're fighting for us to win this lawsuit. They owe us about $69 million. They're going to have to pay that. Okay? We've been fighting for the last 11 years. So stay there. We're not going to go anywhere. And y'all keep this in mind. All the other entities that filed a lawsuit, you know, they won it. With the exception of this one. That was because your union signed off and said, you know, we agree, take the money from them. But they didn't have a right to sign anything for retirees because of the Illinois State Constitution. When we filed the lawsuit, we couldn't go to court because CTA filed a complaint saying that we didn't have a right to file the lawsuit. So it took us 8 years to get down to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court ruled that we did have a right to file a lawsuit because we are covered under the Illinois State Constitution. And the only way that they can take a dime from us is we have to say, take the dime from us. That's in the law. It's plain and clear. The only way they can take it, we have to agree for them to do it. And if they take it on their own, they have to give us something of equal value or more. They didn't do that. That's where we are. So, in my opinion, they really don't have an argument. The attorneys feel pretty strong about that too. So what CTA is saying now, okay, well, you know, if let me give you a little more. They sued each other about who would have to pay us in the end. Would it be the healthcare trust or would it be the pension office? They sued each other as to who's got to pay us. We don't care. Give us our money. We know Healthcare Trust has got over $800 million in there that they've stolen from the active people. The active people, they're taking out a big percentage of their check, going into a fund that they will never use. They're making tons of money off of the money that they're taking away from you that you'll never use. But I'm not representing you anymore. My partner, who is a research engineer, Brother Ronald Roach, told me, he said, Jerry, look, if they want you to work for them, tell them to give you $600 an hour, the same as they paying the lawyers. But I ain't got time for that. I got other things that I'm doing. But I don't like seeing that happen to these young people. So I got a problem with that. But that's what they're doing to the active people. You will never, ever see that money. They're taking somewhere around $3,000-$4,000 from you a year. You'll never see that money. And for 40 years, add that money up. You would be rich. If you invested that money, you would be rich. But that's something that you all got to deal with. Talk to your union people. Tell them to go and get that money back. They took control away from you. After we left office, they took control away from the unions. They used to have equal control. You had 5 for labor, 5 for management. In order to move anything, you had to have 3 from labor and 3 from management to agree. And we did that and made that pension one of the best in the country. When I came into office, we had $800 million in that pension. When I left, we had $2.4 billion. So we made it work. Once they saw that, their eyes got big, they wanted control. We tried to tell the union guys, don't give it up. I even worked with some of the union guys. Don't give it up. Your union presidents. Don't give it up. At that time, it was Darrell Jefferson for 241 and Rick Harris from 308. I tried to get them to understand, please, you don't have to give this up. Go back and tell them no. But they didn't know what they were doing. I got some information for you all on paper, sworn testimony that I'm going to show you eventually, but right now we're waiting on this lawsuit. And we're going to get it done. And once we get it done, I want everybody to know what really went on. You're going to know. Okay? All right. I guess I gave you enough of that. Now, I want you to take a look at these guys at the end. And it's the Spinners. You know, I always give you music at the end, right? Now, this song was written by a real good friend of mine. We're best buddies today. As a matter of fact, his name is Melvin Steels. He's one of the nicest guys you ever want to meet too. He wrote this song for the Spinners and it became a gigantic hit. I don't care who you are in the world, you know this song. It's called Could It Be I'm Falling in Love. That was written by Melvin Steels and his brother, and they wrote a lot of songs, but that's my buddy, man. That's my best Ace Boone buddy. I love him. Him and his wife are beautiful people. We're always interacting with him. He works with me with the Infinite Scholars Program. He's in Pittsburgh, and we're here in Chicago, and we got 29 cities that we service, giving scholarships out to kids. They're always trying to beat us, but we be kicking their butt. Chicago, they can't beat us. Anyway, he probably look at this and he gonna laugh. But anyway, hey, he wrote this song, him and his brother. Could It Be I'm Falling in Love? But check these boys out. And we're gonna see y'all next our next recording. Hopefully we're in our studio downtown when we do that. This virus, I hope, will be kind of lifted a little bit. We can get back in the studio. Okay, y'all be good, be safe, do what you gotta do, vote. That's what you gotta do. We're gonna see you next week.
This next group has just recently been nominated for a Grammy Award for their song, I'll Be Around. Yeah. Could it be I'm falling in love with you? Ladies and gentlemen, the Spinners.
Since I met you, I've begun to feel so strange. Every time I speak your name, that's funny. You say that you are so helpless too, that you don't know what to do. Each night I pray there will never come a day when you up and take your love away. Say you feel the same way too, and I wonder what it is I feel for you. Could it be I'm falling in love with you, baby? Could it be I'm falling in love? Could it be I'm falling in love with you? That used to bring me joy. You made me such a happy boy. And honey, you'll always be only one for me. Meeting you was my destiny. You can be sure I will never let you down. When you need me, I'll be around. And darling, heaven made you specially.